Chapter 10. A Startling Revelation. On their way to the castle, Hamlet and Horatio came across two peasants carrying a spade and a pickaxe. They were digging a grave and having a lively conversation.
Is she to be given a proper burial? How can that be, since she drowned herself? It must have been self-defense. It cannot be anything else,
said the first gravedigger.
Will you hear the truth about it? If she had not been someone important, she would not be given a proper burial,
said the second one.
Come, my spade, go and fetch me something to drink, for I am thirsty,
the first responded. As he was left alone singing merrily, he was heard by Hamlet and Horatio at a distance. Hamlet was surprised at the peasant's light-heartedness, and was even shocked to see him throw up two skulls, one after the other.
That skull once could speak. Was this person so unimportant that their head can be thrown about like this now?
He wondered, and, drawing near, he turned to address the digger.
Whose grave is this, sir?
Mine, sir. I am not lying in it, and yet it is mine,
replied the man.
This is for the dead, so you are lying,
Hamlet retorted as cleverly.
What man are you digging it for?
For no man or woman either. For one that was a woman, but rest her soul, she's now dead.
How cleverly he uses words,
Hamlet thought, impressed.
Tell me, how long have you been a grave maker?
He asked.
Since the day that our last king Hamlet won Fortinbras. The very day that young Hamlet was born. He that was mad and sent to England. Here's a skull now. It has lain in the earth for 23 years,
said the gravedigger, holding it up.
Whose was it?
Asked Hamlet.
Yorick's. He was the king's jester,
replied the second gravedigger, who had just come back. Hamlet took the skull into his hands and held it up.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. He carried me on his back 1,000 times, and now, how horrible. Here hung his lips. Where are your songs, your jokes and tricks now?
Said Hamlet, appalled, and threw the skull down.
We will all follow him sooner or later. Even great men die, are buried and turned into dust. Of dust we are made, and to dust we return,
Hamlet reasoned. At that moment, a funeral procession entered the graveyard.
Here comes the king, queen, and courtiers,
said Hamlet.
Who is it they're burying? Let us hide back here a while and watch.
Since her death might be suicide, the most we can do for her is pray,
said the priest.
Stones should be thrown on her instead. No more can be done. It would be unholy for the dead,
he declared.
She must be buried with no delay.
Lay her in the earth, and from her pure flesh may violets spring. I tell you, priest, my sister will be an angel while you rot in hell,
said Laertes in a rage.
What? Fair Ophelia?
Gasped Hamlet in astonishment.